Welcome back to Choosing Recovery. I'm Olivia.
I'm Scott 8.
And today we have a great story from Joshua, so let's jump into that.
What was your drug or drugs of choice if you had multiple?
I was addicted to cocaine and oxycodone.
Okay. All right. And at what age did you start to use any substance?
The first time I ever smoked marijuana, I was 12 years old. But the first time I did hard drugs like cocaine, I was 16 years old.
We do a lot of research into this, and almost in every single interview, 12, 13 years old have been the starting point. So the common occurrence, or like when people start getting into anything, it's like 12, 13 years old.
There was a study done for like 25 plus years. The average age was 13 years old.
Yeah.
That's crazy to know. You think they would do some preventable thing against that age, but there's not.
How long have you used for?
So from the time I was 16 until the time I was 23.
And who did your addiction affect?
So my addiction affected my family. My mom, she was a huge, and she didn't even really know until I decided to get clean, and I broke down crying to her on the phone. I was like, I got to tell you something, but I don't want you to hate me. And she's like, but what is it? And I was like, I'm a drug addict, and I don't know if I can get better. Wow. And she's been such a huge support, but besides the normal affecting my family, my oldest son was affected by it the most because I had him when we were 17. He's 9 now.
Okay.
And so I wasn't ready to give it up. I wasn't ready to give up partying and doing all that. So luckily my son's mother is an amazing mother, and she took the reins and was like, you go do whatever you want. I'm gonna do right. And so It's been a lot of rebuilding since becoming sober. It's been a lot of rebuilding, trying to fix that relationship with him. It's a lot of work because I know as he gets older, he's gonna have more and more questions, and it's I'm not gonna lie to him, but right now, a 9-year-old, I can't just be like, well.
It's hard to explain. Yeah. Absolutely.
And so, what led you to get clean?
So I found out, fast forward, I found out that my ex was pregnant with my oldest daughter, Gracie.
Okay.
And something came over me, and I was just like, I'm not going to do this to another kid. I don't, I can't, it was our choice to bring this child in, and now it's enough is enough. And so I went through the body aches, the detox was terrible, but the day I found out that we were pregnant with her was I quit cold turkey.
Awesome, man. That takes a lot of...
It's that power, it's the passion. You made that decision. Absolutely.
You should be proud of yourself. So,
Thank you.
How are you staying clean today, Josh?
Man, I'm so busy with these kids.
I feel ya.
I have full custody of both of my daughters now.
Awesome.
And I stay so busy with these kids, and a lot of prayer, because there's days where I want to give up and I want to go do what I want. And really putting my kids and my relationship with the Lord first, really helps me. And it's anytime I get that feeling of you know what, it won't hurt one time. Let's just one time it. I'm always look, man, you really just said that in your head. You need to talk to God. You need Jesus.
She says that all the time.
I'm big on that. You gotta be. There's times when you hear things from yourself, you're like, man, one time, and it's what the fuck?
Yeah.
What happens.
Now, that one time could be the last time,
Yeah.
So.
I used to work, right now I'm kind of in between jobs, and I used to work on the road building cell phone towers. And
Oh,
like,
cool.
honestly, one of the qualifications for building cell phone towers is you have to have a drug charge on your record. So like, not really. But,
Oh
you
my
know, not really. It's just a saying
Yeah.
that we all think. And it's like, it was so tempting because, you know, like it'll be like the weird stuff, just hanging out at the hotel, and my coworker comes in and he's like, "Hey man, I just scored a bag of Coke. You want to just do a bump?" And I'm like, "No, get that shit out of my room."
Wow.
Like, we're not. Yes, and that was like, honestly, that was the hardest part about like staying sober, was because I was working on the road. I'm away from my family. It's like you get those down days where you miss your kids and you just miss being home, sitting in your room. And then it's like, nope, I'm not doing it.
Good.
I gotta stay strong here.
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
It
That's
is.
willpower right there.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
What's your biggest accomplishment in your recovery so far?
Mending the relationship with my son.
Mm.
My family doesn't look at me like I'm less anymore. Like, and the fact that I'm able to have full custody of my daughters while the baby mama is doing what I did.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, it's like a reversal.
Yeah.
So that I'm that parent that's like stepping up. Like, I was in a job interview the other day, and the lady asked me, she said, "What is the thing that you love the most about yourself?" And I sat there and I thought, and I was like, I love being a good dad. And I consider myself a very good dad. I'm a girl dad, and you know, I get flowers in my beard, my fingernails get painted,
Aww.
you know what I mean? And my daughters tell me all the time I'm a beautiful princess. And it's like, just being able to be a good dad.
Yeah.
And like, the fact that they don't ever have to worry, is dad coming home tonight? Like,
Yeah.
I don't go out. I don't associate with those people anymore, and it's like, that's a good feeling for me that my daughters don't, especially with what they have going on with their mom.
Mm.
They don't ever have to be like, well, is dad gonna leave? Because that's like an absolute no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Absolutely.
Good for you.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all.
All right.
That's
If you could say something to someone who's still actively using, what would you say?
It's gonna come at your own time, but when you get the opportunity to fix your life, it's so much better. The way, like, I was homeless and, you know, just at absolute rock bottom, and everybody's gonna get to rock bottom. There's different levels of where you say rock bottom is enough, but once you get there, don't look back. Don't reminisce on, oh, it was so cool doing all the partying. Don't look back. Just look forward on your goals. Set yourself goals. Set yourself goals that you know you can achieve. And then, like, set your long-term goals, short-term goals and long-term goals, and stick to them. And if you relapse, just pray. Just pray for the strength to get back up. Because everybody falls down. And just pray for the strength to get back up. God loves you.
I love that.
Yeah, me too.
That's awesome.
Me too.
So inspiring. A lot of truth.
Thank you.
Again, if you could say something to a family member of someone that struggles with addiction, what would you say to that family member?
Don't give up on them. Don't turn your back to them. I know it gets hard. They use you for your money to get their next fix. Don't be an enabler, but don't give up on them. Because they need you more than that they're willing to admit that they need you. They really need you.
Absolutely.
It's great.
God
advice.
loves you.
God loves you. I love that.
I went through it. I'm coming up on a little over 4 years clean.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, my daughter, her birthday is her 4th birthday is November 23rd, and life is so much better. without the cloud of the drugs and everything blocking your vision on what reality really is. And there's all the experiences I went through. I'm like, it's kind of strange. I'm weirdly thankful that I went through it, because I would rather me go through it than my kids go through it. Now I know what to watch for.
Wow.
As a parent,
Mm-hmm.
like, I know what to watch for to hold them and make sure that, I mean, I know kids are going to explore and everything, but to let your kid fall off, that I could never let my kids fall off like that. You know, and so I'm thankful for the experiences. I'm thankful that I've had some of the greatest people in my life come in at the right time to give me the stepping stones to keep moving forward. My name is Josh Opal. My clean date is March. I don't really have a day. It's
That's okay.
March of 2016. Yeah, March of 2016. And I'm just so grateful that every day I wake up and I don't feel like I have to get high